It was damning. I told my parents I was innocent, and Noah did it. I have proof. I didn't want to, but this could kill someone. Look.
You need to delete this now.
If you love this family, you'll take the fall. 1 year of juvie is better than ruining Noah's life. I'm not going to jail for him, not again. That night, they locked me in the basement and took my phone. They thought they erased the only copy, but I had it backed up to iCloud. Again, because this wasn't the first time. When I was 16, Noah stole our uncle's car and crashed it into a tree. They made me take the blame, said if I didn't, they'd send me back to foster care. I took the fall. That record haunted me. 2 weeks after refusing to take the blame for the poisoning, my parents sprang their plan. Noah was asked to hide a small amount of poison and hide it in my backpack. They say blood is thicker than water, but sometimes, the blood you're born into stains your life more than it binds it. My name is Caleb, and I was adopted when I was 5 years old. At the time, I thought I had hit the jackpot. A warm home, 2 parents who smiled too brightly, and the promise of a new beginning. I didn't realize I was just a placeholder. It all changed when their real son was born. The first time I felt it was on my 10th birthday. I was waiting for them to come home from work, excited. I had made my own cake with the help of a neighbor, and I wore my best shirt. When they walked in, they barely looked at me.
Oh, sorry, Caleb. We had a long day. Can we do this tomorrow?
Besides, Sarah's pregnant. We just found out. Isn't that great news? That was the day I realized I was just a bonus feature in their lives. Their smiles had a different kind of brightness now, one that didn't include me. By the time Noah, their biological son, turned 6, it was clear. He was the golden boy. I was the shadow in the corner. I remember one incident vividly. We both got report cards. Mine was nearly all A's. His was full of C's and D's. Caleb, stop flaunting your grades. Noah's trying his best.
Noah is a creative thinker, not a robot. You're too rigid, Caleb. Let him be.
They put Noah's awful report on the fridge. Mine stayed in my backpack. There was also the Christmas when they gave Noah a new iPhone and gave me socks. I didn't even get a card. And then that time we went to Disneyland. They let me stay at a relative's house while they took Noah alone. They said it was a bonding experience for their real son. It was summer. Our neighbor, Mrs. Terrell, had a Pomeranian named Bobo. That dog yapped day and night, and Noah hated it. One morning, I saw him crouched by the fence, sprinkling something into a bowl. Noah, what are you doing? Mind your business, orphan. That afternoon, Bobo was found dead. Animal control said it was poison. The neighborhood mourned. I told my parents what I saw.
Caleb, don't you dare accuse your brother. You probably poisoned that dog yourself, always jealous.
Maybe it's time we think about counseling for you. This obsession with Noah is getting dangerous. That was strike 1. I learned to keep my mouth shut. Noah and I ended up in the same school because it was the only one nearby. In 9th grade, Noah was suspended for cheating on a test. He swore revenge on Mr. Bell, the strict but fair teacher who caught him. A week later, during class, Mr. Bell embarrassed Noah by announcing his score to the class. Noah, 32 out of 100? Did you even try? 2 weeks later, Mr. Bell collapsed during class and was rushed to the hospital. It was later confirmed he had ingested something laced in his coffee. Fortunately, he survived. Both Noah and I were questioned since we were near the teacher's lounge when it happened, making us both suspects. Later that night at home, I discovered a long voice recording on my phone. When I started listening, I was shocked. I realized that the day before, while charging it with Noah's charger, since mine was broken, I had left the phone in Noah's room and accidentally left it recording. The audio was crystal clear. Noah talking to himself about getting revenge on Mr. Bell, saying he deserved what was coming. It was damning. I told my parents I was innocent, and Noah did it. I have proof. I didn't want to, but this could kill someone. Look.
You need to delete this now.
If you love this family, you'll take the fall. 1 year of juvie is better than ruining Noah's life. I'm not going to jail for him, not again. That night, they locked me in the basement and took my phone. They thought they erased the only copy, but I had it backed up to iCloud. Again, because this wasn't the first time. When I was 16, Noah stole our uncle's car and crashed it into a tree. They made me take the blame, said if I didn't, they'd send me back to foster care. I took the fall. That record haunted me. 2 weeks after refusing to take the blame for the poisoning, my parents sprang their plan. Noah was asked to hide a small amount of poison and hide it in my backpack. Then, they used a spoofing app to send fake messages from my number, bragging about getting revenge on Belle. That night, an anonymous tip was sent to the police. At exactly 2:14 a.m., our home was raided. We have a warrant to search the premises. Step aside. They found the poison in my bag, found the fake texts, found enough to drag me out of bed in cuffs. I knew he was the one.
We'll bring you food if they allow it. Bye, Caleb.
Take good care of him. He's fragile. These parents don't seem shocked at all. This is weird. They had set me up. I screamed, cried, showed my innocence, but the evidence was overwhelming. I spent a year in a juvenile detention facility, alone, forgotten. In juvie, I learned, not just to survive, but to thrive. I studied law, psychology, coding. I earned my GED, passed online certifications. Most importantly, I made a best friend named Trey, who taught me strategy and hacking. Help me dig. If I can find what they used to frame me, I'll bring them down. A year later, I was released. They didn't even show up to pick me up. I walked home. I wasn't their son anymore, and honestly, I wasn't the same boy either. I returned home when they were out and searched the attic. There, wrapped in an old scarf, was the phone they had taken from me. When I powered it up and accessed the cloud, everything was still there. Noah's poisoning, their threats, their voices. I used that footage in my revenge. Then I pretended to reconcile. During dinner, I planted my phone and secretly recorded them laughing, bragging about being above the law, how they manipulated the police and the school, and how framing me had been easy. The kid practically handed us the evidence, dumb as ever.
Good thing we run that tutoring scam. Pays for the lawyer bills, doesn't it?
I reported them with everything. Videos, audio, documents. The police raided the house. My parents were dragged to court. They lost the case, were sentenced, and had to pay a massive settlement to Mr. Bell. They went broke and became disgraced overnight. We're opening an internal investigation. If this is true, the school and police owe Caleb an apology. Noah was expelled. My parents were arrested for obstruction and evidence tampering. Noah tried to frame me again post-release using fake texts, but I tricked him into revealing himself during a live-streamed confrontation. He confessed everything. It went viral overnight. I showed up in court, in a crisp black suit. They looked like strangers. Caleb Watson, the court recognizes your wrongful conviction. Your name will be cleared and restitution shall be paid. You threw me away. Now you'll feel what it's like to be left behind. Because of the criminal record and scandals, Noah couldn't get into any university. My parents were broke from lawsuits. Noah started doing food delivery and odd jobs to survive. As my story went viral, a reporter found something strange. My biological mother, the one I thought abandoned me, had spent years searching. She wasn't dead. She was silenced by a clerical error. Your real mother filed 3 adoption reversal petitions, all denied by Sarah and David Watson. My real mom found me. She was warm, kind. We're rebuilding. She's also wealthy, and she funded a top-tier legal team that helped expose everything.
I never stopped looking, baby.
I visited my adoptive parents in jail. They were smaller somehow, shrunken with shame. I just looked at them and said, goodbye. Then I walked away. I left the prison and saw her waiting, my real mom. She opened her arms, and I walked straight into them.
Let's go home.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, or you might encounter a bad twist in your own story.